Hello, so this is the Q&A. I've been getting asked quite a lot of questions on Instagram and TikTok and a few off clients and stuff. So I thought I'd just get on here and just record them all rather than typing them out individually to the people that asked. So I'll just direct them to this video. So I've made a list of a few, I think there's 19 on here. So I'm just going to go through and answer them the best I can. And testing out the new DJI mic. Let's see how it goes. If I've not got it set up, my audio's still going to sound shit. If I've got it set up, hopefully it sounds decent. Either way, we'll get there. So, who are you and what's this channel about? So, basically I'm Mike, 31. I've been training on and off since I was in school, so like 14, 15 when they opened the gym. Got 2 kids, 11 and 2, a partner. And the channel's just about, I've never really had the confidence to do anything like this. You know, financially, we pay the bills and we're able to do a few things, but I've not got the, we've not got the financial freedom to really enjoy it. We've kind of got to save up for everything we want to do. So I'm hoping it, if I do well enough and I'm not too awkward on camera, I can, maybe that it could help with that. If any companies want to work with me or whatever, I'm up to trying anything. Anything to better my situation really for the family, and maybe get myself some clients off this. So I'm really to push myself out of my comfort zone. It's very strange for me just talking to a camera, never mind put it on the internet. So yeah, that's basically what it is, just documenting my life. I work 11, 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week, prep all my food, coach a few clients, a few PT sessions here and there, one-on-one. I also prep on my food, train 2 hours a day really, cardio 5 days a week. So it's kind of just documenting that you can do it. With a busy life, you can still chase, your physique goals and your bodybuilding goals and stuff, and you can still have or chase an elite physique while having an extremely busy life and family life and stuff. So yeah, that's basically, it's just showing that you can do it really. That's mainly all it is. How do you balance bodybuilding lifestyle with being a dad and working full time? It can be hard, I'll be honest. It can be difficult. There's not enough hours in a normal day, so I've just had to kind of make my days longer by getting up earlier. So Monday to Friday, I'm up at 3 a.m. 95% of the time. And I'll get up, I'll take my morning supplements, have a black coffee, do my 30 minutes of steps, have a pre-workout meal, hydration drink. An hour to 90 minutes after that, I'm in the gym for weight training for an hour and a half, 20-30 minutes of cardio, straight then into work until 5:30, 6 in the evening, just making sure I get my meals through the day, my steps through the day. Come home, and then I will, start prepping my food while I'm making tea for me, missus and the kids. Sometimes in that hour and a half between eating my pre-workout meal and leaving for the gym, I'll try and get as much food as I can cooked. So sometimes I'll boil my rice, my chicken and my veg all together in one pot, and then by the time I get out from doing my cardio, that's basically done. Then I can usually, while I'm doing that, I can usually put my beef on as well. So I've got my minced beef, so if I put my veg on to boil, that's 2 out of my 3 day meals cooked. All I've got to do then is cook my yogurt, do my yogurt as and when I can, usually at night or before bed when the missus takes the little one up to sleep, and do my cream of rice in the morning. So 90% of the time, if I've timed my morning right, by the time I get home from work, all I've got to do is my yogurt, and that's pretty much it. And sometimes my hydration drink or whatever. But it's just a case of getting up early and getting everything I've done I need to have done, so I don't have to worry about it as much when I get home. Meal prep mainly done in the morning, training done in the morning, so by the time I get home I can concentrate on the family. Yeah, that's about it. You just got to make sacrifices, and at the moment sacrifice is sleep. But you know, I'm in bed for 8:30, 9, so roughly 6.5 hours sleep a night. Yeah. What made you start this channel? Like it's very outside my comfort zone, like I said. I like pushing myself to do things I don't think I'd normally be able to do. I've not always been like that. It's mainly come this year since my physique started to come along. I've got with this coach, my confidence has really lifted. But my day-to-day is basically always the same and has been for quite a while, other than having a coach. So I thought, you know, I try and do business things all the time. Nothing ever really pans out. I watch YouTube all the time. I watch, you know, Joe Gann, Dara McNamara, Cuba, you know. So I thought the one thing that I've got differently to them is, like, I still work full time. That coaching isn't my full-time job, unlike most of the influencers and YouTubers you see. So that's kind of where I fit my niche in there. Is I want to show people, and busy parents, busy dads, busy people, that you can balance it. Because there's not really anyone on YouTube that I watch or that I've come across that does that. So it's kind of a mixture of wanting to push myself through my comfort zone and help people that are in a similar situation to me. Yeah, that's about it. What's your training split? Well, my training split is, so I train Monday to Friday. Weekends I have off. I do my cardio and steps and stuff on Saturday, Sunday, but weekends are mainly for the family. So Monday to Friday I'll do upper, lower, in this order. I'll do upper, lower, pull, push, legs. So everything's getting trained twice a week, and I still get my 2 days off on the weekend, and it works pretty damn well at the moment. Everything's progressing. Yeah. How long are your workouts? Well, I'm in the gym for 2 hours, so say 90 minutes of weightlifting and 20 minutes, half an hour of cardio, usually Stairmaster. I don't do it on leg days, but on leg days, instead of doing cardio, I'll just post-workout, I'll just do half an hour of steps. So I'm always doing some sort of cardio or walking post-workout, so that takes me to about 2 hours in the gym. Do you train for strength, size, or both? Hypertrophy, so size mainly. The strength comes as I progress, but yeah, I'm not a power lifter. I like putting on size, you know, 12 to 15 rep range. Failure on usually the last exercise, the last set of each exercise. Sometimes a drop set on the last exercise of a given muscle group. Yeah, so size, hypertrophy is 99% of my training. What's your favourite muscle group to train? My favourite muscle group, my favourite muscle group to train is probably chest. I know it's a typical, it's quite a typical thing for someone to say is, oh, I like training chest or arms. But I think I like training chest the most because I know it's where I'm lagging, and I like to really dial in my training meticulously on chest day. I really like to push it as hard as I can with being as strict and accurate as I can. And because I know that that's the muscle group I've got to bring up, I kind of look forward to improving that every day. My back's decent, my legs have come up a lot, my shoulders are pretty standout, and my arms are my shoulders and arms are quite dominant in my physique. Chest is lagging, so I enjoy training my chest the most because that's where I know I need the most work. What does a full day of eating look like for you? 7 days a week, it's the same. Monday to Friday, training day, it's, to be fair, it's in most of the videos that I've done. I'll get up, first thing I'll take my supplements. I'll have my hydration drink, which is just some EAAs and some glutamine, some creatine. I'll do that, I'll sip on that while I'm doing my half an hour of fastest steps. And then I will do my cream of rice, banana, honey, and protein powder, pre-workout. Post-workout, I try and eat within half an hour of coming out of the gym: chicken, rice, veg, honey, mango. And then at 11 o'clock, pretty much every day it's 11 o'clock. I try and time it so it's the same time every day. 11 o'clock, then I'll have my yogurt meal, which is like Greek yogurt, whey isolate, 150 gram blueberries. 2 o'clock, I will have my 175 grams of beef, avocado, veggies, pineapple. And then my last meal, I eat 5 times a day, and then my last meal then will be my eggs and sourdough, and a banana. And that's it. Yeah, every 2 to 3 hours. I like to have my last meal later on so I can eat with the family. Saturday, Sunday is more or less the same. It's just I've not got the cream of rice in there. I've got one more zero carb meal at night, through the day, and then at night I've got my rest day burgers. So I've just got a brioche bun with a burger that I make. It's just 200 grams of minced beef rolled into a burger, with sweet potatoes and veggies. Yeah, that's it. 7 days a week, exactly the same. Unless it goes, amounts go up and down the further we get into the diet, but the foods are mainly the same. How do you stay consistent? Because I love it. My physique goals are more important to me than any food craving I might have, or do you want to come for a night out? No. My physique goals are more important to me than any food cravings or wants to go out. I love it, and I want to progress as optimally as I can. I'm probably going to stop bodybuilding and taking things rather, on the more extreme level by 35, because I still want to stay around for the kids. So I know I've got only a certain amount of time to get everything in to achieve as much as I want to achieve in the next 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I keep that in mind. Keep myself accountable to my coach. I don't want to let coach down. I don't want to let myself down. I also want to give my kids a reason to be proud. I do have a sneeze coming, so excuse me if it comes out. I want to show my kids that you can bring yourself from basically rock bottom to being the best you've ever been, and I'm probably the best I've ever been now, and it's just continuing to grow and improve every day. Really, I wake up, try and do a little bit better than I did the day before. Do you ever have cheat meals or off-plan meals? No. unless I get the okay from coach. I think I've had, so what are we now, March, almost in April. I've had one meal off, that was Valentine's Day. That's it. Everything else has been completely to plan, 100%. So yeah, no off-plan meals really. What's your go-to meal when you're busy? It doesn't change. I've got all my meals ready to go. If we go out, I'll take them all with me. My meals are prepped 7 days a week, so I never have to have anything that's not on plan. So my go-to quick meal is whatever that meal is supposed to be, because it's cooked next to me anyway. What supplements do you use and why? I don't use many, other than like cream of rice and whey isolate. I use a hydration carb powder from Bucked Up, code MikeP2, which is basically clusterdextrin with some a bit of sodium and electrolytes in it. And then I use EAAs from My Protein. I use creatine, whichever ones really. I'm using Perform at the moment. I'm using the Perform ISO as well, which is phenomenal, and also the Train by JP cream of rice, which is brilliant. Glutamine, omega-3s, NAC, D3K2, all quite high doses, and injectable L-carnitine, pre-workout or pre-cardio. Is that it? T3, T4 for metabolism support, and yeah, that's it. What's your intro, and does it actually help? Well, I've just said what it is, but carb powder, hydration, EAAs, creatine, yes, it helps. I actually admittedly forgot to put it in the gym in my intra today, and I did notice an energy drop off kind of halfway through, 3/4 of the way through. So yes, get your intras in. How do you stay disciplined? I mean, technically I've already answered it really, but because I want it, because I love it. I love being structured. My physique goals are very important to me. I like to set the tone for clients, and also it helps get clients if they can see you're in good shape, if they can see where you were versus where you are now, and the journey. It's going to show people you know what you're talking about, and we all want to look good, feel good, especially on holiday. Take the kids swimming. I don't want to look like a bag of milk taking the kids swimming. So yeah, looking good is important. Do you struggle with motivation? Yes, motivation does not last. You might have a few days where you're really motivated, you've seen a big weight drop, or you wake up and you're looking especially lean or vascular. You're like, oh, motivated today to get after it, but it doesn't last. But that's where discipline comes in. The days where I'm not motivated, nothing changes. You wouldn't be able to tell looking from the outside. I'm just not feeling it as strongly as I was, but I get after it as much as I do when I'm fully motivated as when I'm not motivated at all, just through discipline mainly, and dedication and love of the game. What's been the hardest part of your journey? It's going to be balancing in life, in the gym, physique, the bodybuilding journey, balancing that with family life has been difficult for me, but it's also been difficult for my partner. I can't go out for meals as much as she'd probably like, or go for drinks as much as she'd like. but she understands why I'm doing it. You've gone dark. She understands why I'm doing it and stuff, so she doesn't. Yeah, it can be difficult to balance everything, but as long as you've got an understanding partner, you get there. What advice would you give to other busy dads trying to get in shape? The game changer for me has been getting my steps in and getting with a coach who knows what he's doing. So those days where you're, oh, I don't know, I can't be bothered measuring this, measuring that, I can't be asked measuring, working out my macros. You don't have to. A coach will do it for you. All you've got to do is put in the foods he tells you to eat. So get a coach that he knows what he's talking about and execute to perfection 7 days a week, and you will get there. Just be prepared to sacrifice maybe a bit of sleep, maybe a little bit of spare time. I love gaming, Xbox, PlayStation. I do not get time to play it. Maybe an hour or two per week, and that's it. But it's worth the sacrifice, so get after it. Find ways to do it, and you will do it. What's your goal moving forward in fitness and this channel? I want to get as lean as I possibly can by May, and we're on a good track. Good a kilo and a half, sometimes 2 kilos a week, and then come back from there. If we've got a little bit more weight to pull off, then we'll do it. Other than that, I'm guessing we're going to hit maybe a bit of a health phase. I'm going to try and convince him to let us hit a nice rebound, get a bit of growth going, and then hit a good off season for as long as I'm able to. So if I get lean, I've got a longer runway. Hopefully, possibly get on stage next year, which will be documented here. But that is the plan, the long-term plan for this channel. Just grow it as much as I can, help as many busy people as I can, or be the background noise for when people are prepping the meals. I always have YouTube on when I'm prepping the meals, so if that's what you want to listen to, if you want to listen to me while you're making your chicken, that's absolutely fine. Just remember to like and subscribe and comment, please. Yeah, and that's it. If you got any more questions, post them under here. I'll answer them. I'll probably do a weekly Q&A if I get enough questions. If not, I'll wait until I've got another good 20, and I'll get on here and answer it again. So I'll probably see you tomorrow when I drop another full day of eating / workout video, day in the life. And yeah, get after it and stay consistent. I know I've said it. Like and subscribe and comment, baby. Let's get it.